I am Lies.
And I am Scandal.
And let's play a game together. We're just here dancing out to this rave music. Okay, so just real quick. I love that she dances with all three of them and all three of them at once. I think that's super cool. And I love that in general in this game they have not been competitive with each other. But then, since that's the case, what was that one little rash that just seemed to end of everyone going, wah! Or at least Dylan and Rye going, no.
Phoenix is a genuine threat.
Just going, Phoenix is a genuine threat, but also going,
if the game is actually aware, though, of basically where, you're spending your money? Actually choosing stuff. Because I don't know. I swear to God, though, we've picked everybody else.
Oh, quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm
we've done premiums with everyone.
But I don't know.
It was just a random, let's introduce jealousy and anger because... Anyway, so it's nice to have them back to part of our contract or part of this social experience of romancing the Dragon Slayer princess is that you must... that you must work together.
Yes.
And that she must choose, ultimately, even if you're going to try your best to play your hand in your favor.
Aha!
Now, what if a Dragon Slayer prince is born? Is there another version of this game where it's all hot women?
No, I think you could do the same game.
I think you could do it better, but I think the game could be better anyway. But anyway, here we go.
I'm
just
also
to have
like,
fun!
You don't know. It could be literally, what if Small had ever identified as being a boy? Then guess what? You do have a story about a Dragon Slayer prince.
And then
honestly,
princesses, if they marry in a binary fashion, 3 princesses would come to you.
But I'm saying, like, their gender identifier. Or so you're saying that no matter what, they would have,
It does hetero.
It does.
So if your identity is boy, then you get princesses after you. And if your identity is girl, you get princes after you.
Honestly, I would like to believe that the dragons would be fantastically open-minded and whatever else. I'm also like, there could be some potential basically for interesting cultural crossover where dragons are like, we don't ever usually have questions, or basically we pick our genders at different times or in different ways.
We don't even necessarily have genders. Prince is an assigned duty.
Like the thing out of Dealing with Dragons, which I thought was super cool.
Like, you just don't have it the same at all.
Right.
But I want to go see what's going on. All right. Just have fun with Phoenix, Dylan, and Rye. I just want to forget all my responsibilities for a while and be mashed up between 3 hot bodies on the dance floor.
Except
already gross. Fuck it all.
I don't care anymore.
And I don't care. I don't care. I don't have a car to crash into a bridge.
Yes. And I don't care.
All right. All my responsibilities, all my problems. I think my grandfather is insane. It's fine. Well, I'm going to take a break, guys. Someone else going, who is that tiny person with the 3 hot the visual Kai band? Like, who is she?
Dang,
okay, I know she don't look amazing. Like, not that she look bad, but she don't look amazing compared to them. But, like, she got it going because look at them. Damn.
Right.
Whatever she got, I'd like to have it.
Also, whatever she got, can I have?
Yeah,
can I have? Ooh.
I'd like to order some of that.
Honestly,
please.
though, I do like having that conversation about where people do talk about going, like, do you want the person or do you want what they have?
Yep.
Kind of thing.
Do you want the experience?
Like, but also, like, on some level, maybe it's actually a mixture of the two, which makes it very interesting because you're like, I find you appealing because of all the things that you have, which I suppose in some ways makes that also, like, where I've heard...
Or I find you appealing because I'd like to be like you.
No, but like some people have found it to be sort of frustrating going, people only wanted me for my money. Right. And it's like, yeah.
But also
no,
because they wouldn't have wanted.
But also, yeah, because there is that conflict of basically interest. Yeah, if I don't have money, I die. Why wouldn't somebody want that? Which is one of those things, at least for me, where I'm like, you want to basically stop stuff like that, and people go, I feel like nobody actually just wants me for me. You stop basically having an imbalance of either class or money.
As long as there are things that you possess that support someone else's survival, you may not know if they just want you, and neither may they. However, the internet is actually making that a little bit easier in that people get to know each other without knowing who they are at all outside of their personality.
It's true.
And makes an interesting experience for people. So, take that in your, mental oven and bake it. All right.
And then you pull it out, and then I got high.
I'm going to take a break, guys. Maybe I should go say hi to the other guests.
Mr. Fox.
You mean...
I still think like Mr. Fox needs to be there.
But he's not here.
I know. Because
honestly... You mean your boss and grandpa?
Yeah, no.
I guess all your coworkers
yeah,
too.
I know. I still think it's weird. I'm like, why wouldn't our coworkers be here? But I'm also like, were we really that bad?
It's just your boss and grandpa is the only
But
other
also
guest.
then, like, I get it. Like, I understand there's like a weird cultural thing. Aw.
He's the grumpy one. He's like, "Aw, leaving us already? Come on, I can do this for
I could
hours."
dance for so long.
I could
I'm so
dance if
excited.
I wanna.
Leave your friends behind, because then they don't dance, and
Yay.
then they can't dance, and I'm my own friend of mine. Ha! Flings
I'll
around.
just dance. It's fine. Gets 9 other people to dance with him. Woo!
Yes!
Come back.
Him, it's almost like a home cry.
Oh,
While they're
yes.
singing.
It's just
Yay! Happy
It's
cry.
almost not lonely. It's so good.
Yes! Dylan,
What were you gonna say?
I don't remember. It's
It's
fine.
okay. It's fine.
It's
All
okay.
right. Leaving us already. Huh.
Not for long, we hope. Come on, guys. We can't monopolize it for the night as much as we might want to.
I love again.
As much as we might want to.
Again, they're completely unified again, which is wild.
Weird.
And going
Like, that really felt like a
There was a-
strange blip.
again. I think what they did was they wrote basically drama of the week amongst them instead of bringing anyone new in. But
Right.
also, who the hell was
Also-
that dress shop guy?
Right?
Like,
Jesus
I need
Christ,
to
that was so
know.
weird. But also for me, genuinely, like, not even just that, like, part of me is like, oh, there's the jealous stereotype that I was expecting.
That I was expecting this whole game,
it
and now
like-
it's gone again. And
and
now
now-
it showed up for 2 seconds, poof, and then I was like, oh, I'm so disappointed.
But also-
and confused. And why is this here? And then it's gone again.
However, again, what I am bothered by is the associated scenario in which the other guys get jealous.
Right.
Because that weird thing of, again, about controlling sex or sexuality, it bugs me.
Right.
Like, you're not
The
allowed...
specific circumstances under which they decided
I'm
to
like-
use that scenario.
Right?
And going,
Imagine, though...
It's super tropey.
Imagine though if basically you'd had an opportunity, and I'm not saying it would be culturally appropriate necessarily for all of them, but you'd be like, okay, so one of the ways in which we do this is, like anybody else, you sleep with people to figure out also who they are, because that is another aspect of your life. If you're a person who is interested in sex,
It's true. You could also be like, you know what? I'm trying to choose a husband. I'm gonna have sex with all of you and see.
right?
And not necessarily like, you know, in the way one might. Well,
Well, I mean, they dropped it
culturally-
just as hard as we dropped the baby joke.
Right, I was just saying, and there's also the cultural way of taking it, of going, oh my god, of going, who's good in bed, but it's more like, who are they in
Right.
bed? Again, I'm like, sure, sleep next to them, find out how well they respect your boundaries, find out
However,
how comfortable you are,
In that sense,
find out
too,
if they snore and you're okay with that.
right? But I was going to say
Not
also...
that snoring is bad, but it's important to make accommodations if you can't sleep.
Right, exactly. But I was going to also say, in that sense, especially considering the time crunch and
Yeah.
basically the expected socialization,
Yeah.
you might come up potentially with an unrealistic, obviously,
Okay.
expectation for what your sex life will
Okay.
look like, or your sleeping arrangements will look like,
Right?
because everybody's
because
under
they're
this
performing
pressure.
so hard.
They're performing really hard.
I will
So this is where
perform
I'd be
the
like,
best possible sex and sleeping experience I can come up with.
like, this is interesting because, like, it could, like, I'm like, there's so many things you could do with this particular scenario of, like, these characters sort of discussing, going, God, I wish we could just date normally and not just under...
But we can't.
We can't date
I wish I could just date you normally and not under capitalism, but I can't. I can't date you with no awareness or connection to money, however I much or you much have.
Right?
Which was said poorly, but there we are. It's fine.
Money is the center of all. In this case, now it's
anyway.
also like the kingdoms.
Okay.
They can all fall apart if we don't
So
do
the
this.
illustrations of them all breathing aggressively and even getting taller as they breathe for the entire game finally make sense. He's panting and out of breath for 1 second. He's actually like, I've been dancing so hard. God
I get
damn.
it. I get it. I get it. I did it.
All right. I'll be back soon.
God, I need a drink of water.
Pouts.
I need a drink of water. Dylan, me?
Dylan, right. I forgot.
Phoenix, oh my God.
Phoenix,
Mean
I cannot
creeps
believe.
over- You just did that. Dylan, did what? Like,
I called you a tall drink of water way back in like chapter 1. Because I was hitting on you. How you do to my God, you're stealing my lines.
You're stealing all my good ones.
Why?
Damn it.
On the other
Also,
hand,
that was still pretty
hang
funny.
on. 1, good props. 2, also, if you know you're a tall drink of water, you in a dance. Come on, we gotta wait for Small anyway.
Fine.
Yes! He's just like, yes!
One more to add to
Just
the pile.
blazing fire, yes!
I'm so excited.
They completely stop singing. It's like, okay, we'll dance.
That's how we got this.
It's very formal. They're both
very
princes dancing.
formal dance to this
Like,
rave music.
This rave music. They do ballroom rave. It's great.
Oh, everybody.
And then Small drinking her water with
Right.
Grandpa going, hang on, what's that?
I don't even know what that is.
Right.
Dylan, this is what you get for not being around the
This is what
dragons.
you get around for leaving! Ha! You missed your dance lessons. I would love them drawn. You know, just Phoenix and Dylan, this formal. We've got this. It's fine. Waiting for Small in the background. Whoa.
Bye. Hello.
Hello.
That's
Hi.
amazing.
Hi.
Right. I am somewhat jealous.
I am slightly jealous.
I'm
You
a
didn't
little
take your
jealous.
Prince lessons. You should have done it.
Ah!
By the way, you are an excellent dancer. Good footwork.
I
Hi.
spend many hours
Of course.
perfecting it.
Alright, naturally.
Yes.
I would do no less for small. Right, you guys have that thing. I forgot. It's fine, I'll dip
Todd,
you.
your kingdom's weird.
Alright, so I'll be back soon. You guys just have fun. Trying to yell over the music, it's fine.
Please try not to kill each other while
Yeah,
we're gone.
please try not to kill each other while I'm gone. All three of them. What?
What?
Don't kill each other.
What?
Never mind. Thumbs up.
Drink!
Yeah.
Gesticulating wildly, trying to get people to figure it out.
Gesturing, thumbs up. Yay, good job. Bye. Waving, it's fine. I head off, greeting familiar faces and thanking everybody for coming. So did her?
For like 2 people.
Like who else
Honestly,
came?
there's so few people here.
But also going, if she says everyone's here, that could have been a colloquialism for all the people you met in the game are actually here.
That would be
Even Nico's here.
Again, we joked.
Nico's
So
here.
if you can't tell, this is a different recording session. But the
Yes.
last time we recorded, we definitely joked about basically having the TV show for kids.
We're all
drama.
friends now.
We're all friends now, where everybody shows up at the end for a big, huge dance number, basically.
Yeah, for a giant-
I'm like, this is so tongue-in-cheek, kind of in that way. I'm like, are you sure this isn't a joke?
Are you sure you're not like an aware, competent writer? You've just been making an incredible satire this whole time and maybe going, this sounds bad. They're like, yeah, it sounds bad. You're like, you didn't quite hit the mark because I didn't get it, but this hits it. All right.
This hits it very hard.
Greeting familiar
and then
faces.
somewhere out of the left field comes Donkey.
Ah.
Singing, and then I saw her face! I believe!
Like I said, you got Hordak here and you got the entire horde. It's all fine. It's good.
They're all fine, and wrong Hordak.
Yay. All right.
Wrong deck.
Oh my god. People are loving the party, which is great. Also, I want to know, did they rent this venue or are there a bunch of strangers here too?
I
need
don't
to know. Most of them don't know don't know the real reason for it though. They're just like, you quit your job, good job, yay! Go your way, party.
Stanley, goodbye forever!
Guest! We have guest number 1. It's not coworker, it's not friend, it's not person we know, it's guest number 1. Who the fuck is guest number 1?
Alright, you guys, I need to know in the comments, who do you think guest number 1 is?
So small. I've been dying to ask you something. Really drunk?
Which one of them is Lucky Guy?
Oh, what? You have 3 hot guys who are all over you. You can't be marrying all 3 of them.
Why not?
Can you?
One of them must be your boyfriend. Right?
They're also like, I know Small only from work, where she's so professional and so reserved that I have no idea. And then suddenly she is just getting down with 3 guys explicitly on the dance floor at once, and they're all into it. And they're just like, Small, I had no idea. Also, you're getting married, but
Whoa.
but
Whoa.
whomst to whomst?
To whomst?
Also, is this the bachelorette
Grandpa!
party?
Yeah!
Also going, no, this is my bachelorette party. I'm not marrying any of them. Those are the hired help.
Phoenix, I'm hurt.
Phoenix, okay, we should have hired help, but also hurt. But we
How?
should now hire help. We can, not too late, we can do it
I
now.
haven't done well enough.
Shit.
Right. No!
That, right. Wait, was she serious?
Cries
oh,
and
God, was she
cowboy.
serious? Yes. Cries and cowboy. Yes. Hi. Better tell us. We might snatch them up for ourselves.
I mean, technically speaking, as far as I understand, none of you can marry them. They have to go back home and they have to go marry somebody who's a dragon.
Yep, actually, so that's it. Or rule on their own in solitude.
Phoenix, I better not.
Phoenix. No.
No?
Excuse
That sounds like
you.
torture!
That sounds like a nightmare.
Besides, my parents are still alive, it's fine.
Yeah, I've got a huge giant-ass family. Do you know I have 14 siblings? We're very community-oriented here.
Excuse?
And I plan to have 47 kids.
You... What?
You know.
Small
Yeah, right, what?
What?
Well, only like 2 or 3 of them will be heirs, but you know, I have such a harem, I assume a lot of them will want kids. I'm fine with that.
That's fine.
And they'll just be my kids, because that sounds great. Also, I'm more powerful than most of them, so it makes sense for them to have my kids instead of each other's kids, you know?
What?
Hang on, I need more to drink. Good thing I'm 21!
What?
So glad I'm 21!
I just need to be way more sober. Hang on, let me shake myself in a corner
Whoa.
like a little, light.
Right. 2 girls giggle. Girls.
Girls.
Not women, not ladies, the
Not
girls.
guests.
and high-five each other clumsily. They are super drunk. Yay!
Yay!
We got it.
Whack! Face!
Hit each other in the face. And then they laugh about it. You're so drunk. Oh, my God. No, you're so drunk.
Oh, my God. Okay.
I'm so drunk.
Hi.
They seem...
Tipsy.
I'll be polite. Tipsy.
Tipsy.
Well, yeah.
Glad they're having a good time.
I will say, this, they use this convention so little that I'm like, I will say, so wild.
They're out of
In
here.
my thought, the one time you're in her thoughts in her head, in the parentheses, I will say, and that's what she's thinking.
Wow.
They're out of your league, none of your business, enough drinks for you two. I don't want to deal with it at all. I think enough drinks for you two.
Enough drinks for you two.
Because that's a good, friendly, social colloquialism. Enough drinks for you
Wow,
two.
you guys chill. Enough.
I won't say it. I will do an action.
What?
I literally said, I will say, then I say nothing, and I try to steal their glasses.
What?
I move to take their glasses away from them, but they pull away. Hey, we're just starting to have fun here, Small.
Yeah! No, blanket!
Falls off their chair. Poof.
I can't be any more of a wet blanket because I gotta tell you just dropped the entire
Oh,
thing on
God.
your face.
She falls on the ground and then says,
Oh, wonder where those three guys seeing her.
To herself,
I
to
can
the
see up your
ceiling.
skirt. I see a lot in you.
Wow, there's more to see in you than Small, crossing your legs. What? Excuse me. And there's gum under this bar stool.
And wow!
A lot of gum.
Is that gum? Or is that boogers?
I
I don't know.
Wow.
Boogery gum.
So, this is what you guys are really like outside of work.
This is
it
what
occurs
I
to me that I've worked there for 3 years, and I've never seen any of you outside of work ever. And none of you have worked there as long as I have.
You know what? That's
Ever.
a mood.
Mood.
My God. Okay, so I gotta tell you, whenever I worked at jobs, I think I saw, the most I ever saw coworkers outside of work was actually, one of the places that I worked at a warehouse, they actually would go, we're gonna go drinking. There was like an
Like a
after work
once a week
drinking thing that I did for like 2 or 3 times, and that was kind of it. But like that was the most I'd ever seen coworkers like out of work, and I'm talking about coworkers, because there was, when I worked at McDonald's, there was a coworker that I saw like once in a while more outside of work. We actually became more friends than anything. Because, there was a lot of things going on, but it was just really interesting to go, like, I really just never knew anybody outside of work at all.
The people that I meet at my jobs, I've rarely friended. I have one good friend that I met at a job, and he's super cool. I've mentioned him on here before. Anyway, I would say, but, like, that's one of the
honestly,
only
I think
ones.
maybe that's why I feel so weird sometimes when people are like, yeah, this is the place where you find people you're going to marry. This is the place where you find people that you date. And
Apparently, you're going to find your friends across the counter at McDonald's.
Right?
As a customer going, can I friend you? Oh, my God.
I mean, as far as I know, in my family at least, that's actually where one of my uncles met my aunt. She was working at a store, and he came in and he talked to her.
That's
he was one of the
hilarious.
customers, and so apparently it was cute, but I don't know. Sometimes I get very hesitant about stuff like that, because, so culture-wise within the United States, particularly for women, there is an idea really where people just do not realize the level of going, like, you cannot say no.
That you have to, when you're in your customer service position, you have to be polite and friendly.
You have to be accommodating.
And so if I'm going to try and approach you either romantically or friendship-wise or anything, you're not really allowed socially to say no in most work environments, because you're
Or at least according to the subculture of the business.
trying to defer, kind of thing. Or I just won't answer directly. And but you're so friendly, you keep smiling. Yes, because otherwise I'll get in trouble with my boss sometimes.
Yeah.
Or because you'll cause a stir, which is something I don't want.
Yes.
All right. Oh, don't be so sensitive, Small.
Guys don't like overly sensitive girls, you know.
Your fiance won't like it. Fiancés. Whatever. I think all 3 of those answers were meant to be aggressive. None of your business. They're out of your league. And I'll just take your drinks away. But the other one, the third one didn't sound right to me. I will say, and then you don't even say anything at all. You just
try to do a gesture.
Like, that was weird. So that one bothered me. I felt like that was
I'm also like,
explained.
how is this whole, like, again, I'm like, this could be so much fun, and I'm like, now we have to be aggressive. Again, whenever it seems like there's any, like, women who show up in here,
It gets
there are
really
obstacles apparently in Small's way,
Yep.
in one way, shape, or form, or whatever. It's like, it bugs me personally.
Yes.
I'm like, this idea, again, where we talked about earlier, of going like, I'm so tired of the stereotype of women are only there to basically be either, like, weird enablers, like with Kayla in Freshman Fantasy,
Right, or they're
about,
there
like,
to be a barrier, or like an obstacle, yeah.
right, a thing to overcome, because all women are basically not
Or a drama of the week to deal with.
Right?
All right, my friend.
Well, thank you very much, guys, then, for joining us. If you like what we do, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And also, please, feel free to go check out our Ko-Fi and our Patreon if you like what we do and you'd like to tip us or like support us, or you would like to actually sponsor a game. We can be bought. But other than that, I have been Scandal.
And it occurs to me that you could finally draw the back of Dylan's hair if you had Dylan and Phoenix dancing together.
It would be great.
And I have been Lies.
And it was great playing with you. Bye!